first thing you want to do when you draw a picture is you want to get some scratch paper. Now here I am, I'm on Craft Design Online, and I'm just using their grid because it's easier for me to show you how to do this. So the first thing I've done is I've done something of a rough XY grid here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make me a drawing. Now what I've done is I've moved my XY axis over a little bit so I have some room to draw something. I'll click on my color here, and we'll just start here. Alright. And maybe I'll want a door. And maybe a window or two, right? So now I'm going to figure out where I am. I'll figure what? Here I'm starting at about 5, 1. My x is going to be about 5. And my y is about 0. So my first command is going to be pen up and go to 5, 0. Then I'm going to put my pen down. Okay, so I'm either going to draw a line, say forward up to here, or I'm going to say go to this particular point. So let's look at that. So I figure that that's forward about 30 spaces. So now we'll come down to about here, and that's about x of 2, and we'll say that's y of 28. So we're going to put the pen up, and we'll put the pen down again. Now I want to go from point, so we figured that was x of 2, and the y is what, about 28, you figure? So now we're going to draw up to this line up here. So let's figure what that line is. 38 up and 20 across. So we'll put a go to command. It really helps if you have your lines numbered, but I don't have that option on this. So I'm just telling you, you probably ought to do that. So now we figure that this is 2038. So we're coming down here, and I figured that's about 3330. So I'm just going to put another go to command. So now what do? Is what's this? I'm going to go down this way. So I'll put pen up, go to 3030. Okay, then what I'm going to do is put a command here. I can put forward, and I can go a -30, or I can write backward and do a plain 30. So I'm not going to be confusing. So you went forward the other time. We're going to go forward again, but we're going to go use a minus number. We'll go forward, -30. So that'll help you keep it straight. This one's 3528. I'm making a correction here. And this one is 3330. Okay, so that draws this line down to here. So now we're just going to make a door and a couple windows. What I can do is I can do a simple square using a circle, right? So we'll want to find the midpoint between these two lines here. The spot here is about 19. Okay, I want to go up about 5 right here. So that'll be a radius of 5. So that'll be a pin up. And we'll go to 19.5. So now we're going to make that circle. And we're going to square the circle. This is how you do it. Go circle. Okay, we're going to have it a radius that is halfway point up of 5, right? And then we're going to have sides 4 because we wanted a square. Okay, now to do our windows, we're going to come up here and locate the midpoint here. We're going to do the same thing. It won't be the exact dimensions, but they'll be pretty close. So the next thing you determine is this point right here where I'm pointing to, and a 13 over this way and about 23 up. So I'm going to go pin up, go to 1323. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a circle again, right? Circle. Oh, we've got to do a pin down here. Then we do a pin up. And we go 26 across. And 23 up. That's it. Oh, and we draw our circle there, right? Same thing, circle, radius of 3, sides equal 4. You know, we might want to make it a circle of 4, so it won't mess up on you. I think you at least need to have it 4 pixels to be able to do that. So let's give it a shot. So now we brought up Python idle, and we're in the shell. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in the text editor, click new window. So how we start everything is always from turtle import. And of course you have to put your star up there. Now we're going to tell ourselves what to do. So I'm going to put in a comment here. We're going to put in draw house. So then we're going to put our pin up command. And we're going to go to, okay, let's bring our notes up here. Let's see. Okay, first I'm going to go to 50. So I'm going to multiply that 5 times 3 so I get a little larger thing. So I'm going to go here, go to 15, 0. I want it a little larger. Well, I'm going to put my pen down. And then I'm going to go left 90 degrees because I want to turn. Now I'm going to go forward. Now I have 30 there, but you know what? That's going to be pretty small. So I'm going to multiply it by 3, so I'm going to go forward 90. I'm going to save this. Now I've already saved it as 2C, but .py, and I've left it in the 32 Python folder. I'm going to copy it later into the folder for the class, but I'm leaving it here because if you try to navigate too much in Python, it kicks you out. So I'm just going to save it this way for now and move it later. So let's see what this looks like. Go run module. It does what I wanted it to do. It went up 90. So it's always good to check yourself at each step. So let me see, we went forward 90. So now we're going to put the pen up, and then we're going to go to our next place. So I'm going to put my pen up. I'm going to go to, so 2 times 3 is 6, and 28 times 3, 84. Now I'm going to put my pen down again. And now I'm going to go to and multiply this by 3. And what will that be? 20 times 3 is 60. And 38 times 3 is 114. So I'm going to save it, and we'll check it out. And I'm going to run it. That's exactly what we wanted it to do. So far, so good. So I want to go from the peak of the roof down. So my next one is I want to go to 35. 35 times 3 is 105. Okay, 28 times 3 is 84. And I'm going to put my pen up. Now let me see what that looks like. I'm going to save it. And then I'm going to run it. That's exactly what I wanted it to do. Everything's fine so far. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to 33 times 3 is 99. And my x would be 90. And then of course I want my pen down again. And I'm going to draw that last side. And that last side is going to be a forward, and I want to go 90, because 30 times 3 is 90, but it's going to be a minus. Now usually a lot of people would go backward, but we're going to go forward because it's less confusing for a lot of people. We're just going to go forward. We're going to have a negative number. Originally we went 90 in a positive direction. We're now doing 90 in a negative direction. We're going to put the pen up, and we'll see what this looks like. Save it. And we're going to run it. Okay, that's pretty much what we wanted it to do. Now we're going to draw that last line from here to there. Let's just draw it back to the first point we mentioned. So let's take away this pen up command. And we're going to go to 15,0. And of course you want to check and make sure it does what you want it to do, so we'll save it. And we'll run it. That's exactly what you wanted it to do, so now we'll do the doors and windows. Now we're going to do a pen up. And we're going to go to 19.5. So 19 times 3, 57 by 15. So we're going to go to 57 by 15. So now we're going to make a circle. And we're going to make that a radius of 15. Or steps 4. Just make it a square. I need to put a pen down command here, don't I? Let's save it and run it. Okay, that wasn't exactly what we wanted to do, was it? Okay. So I guess we're just going to have to draw that door. So what we're going to do is we're going to erase our circle here. We're going to change this, go to 57.0. And we're going to draw up. Go to 57, and we'll try a 30. And let's see what this looks like. Let's save it. And let's run it. Okay, that's directly in the middle. So I think I want to split it a little bit. Okay, we've determined that 57's the center. Remember that was 19 times 3. So now I'm going to determine how wide I want it to be. 57's in the center, so we're going to take 8 from it. So we're going to go to 49. We're going to go to 049 or 49.0. And let's check that out. That's just right. So let's do our little door there. So now I'm going to go up. I'm going to go to the 49 is going to stay the same. But how high up do we want to go? Let's go 30 up. Let's see what that looks like. That's good. So now we're going to determine we're going to go over about 15 perhaps. So 49 and 16, we want 16 pixels wide, is going to be 65. So we're going to go over to 65.30. So I'm going to go to 65.30. And I'm going to save it, and we'll see what it looks like. That's perfect. So now we just have to draw down that last leg. So now what I want to do, I want to go back to the 0. So I'm going to put a go to 65.0, then a pen up. I'll save it and I'll run it. Okay, now we do a window. So the next place we're going to do is over here where it says go to 13. So 13 times 3. That's 39. Now the 23 times 3. Will be 69. So we'll go to 39.69. And let's see what that looks like. Ah, we didn't put the pen up. Gotta put the pen up. But that's a good location. Oh, we put the pen up, but we didn't put the parentheses, did we? Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to have weird looking windows, but we're going to do that circle square thing. Do a circle square. Circle 15. We want 15 pixels wide, and we want 4 steps to make our square. Of course, it's going to look a little weird. That's okay. You can click enter.
And we're just going to save it and run it. Well, maybe it needs to be over just a little bit, huh? Or a little smaller window. So we can move it over. How about if we move it over about 8? So we're moving over 8. So we're going to clear that. And we're going to go 39, which is this one right here, plus 8. 47. Let's try it 47, 69. Okay, now we'll do the other window. So this is at 26, 23, so we'll take 26 and multiply that by 3. That's at 78. Okay, we got to put our pen up again. And we're going to go to, and 23 times 3 is 69. Of course, now our pen's got to come down again. And we're going to try to make that square again. So we're going to go circle. Same thing as before, 15. Steps 4. So we're going to save it and run it and see what that looks like. Okay, we're going to move that over about 16. So we're going to come on back. And so, what, 78 plus 16? Let's see what that is. So we'll go to 94, 69. So let's save it and see what that looks like. So that's the house. That's drawing a house in Python. I know my windows are kind of funny, but that's how you draw. And I thought I'd give you an example of how to do this exercise. You can draw whatever you'd like. See, it takes a little work, doesn't it? But you can do it, and you can just use your imagination.